Okay, now here we're going to put connections between the two beams and one column. So just to focus on this corner, I'll control select these two beams and the column. I'll go to this sunglasses symbol here and go to isolate element. Okay. One thing I need to do is you can see that this is not really touching the beam. At least this beam is not touching the column. What I can do is I can control select both of these, go to steel, and there is cut by. So it will kind of go inside and it will make a nice cut. Okay, which kind of looks like this. Takes a while and it looks a nice cut. All right. Uh, Another thing is, and it also kind of creates this box, which means that there's something happening, some joining happening. We're good to have a connection between this beam and this column. So we'll go to this, and it asks for what kind of connection do you want. I want a column beam seat angle, the simplest one. Okay, so there are two angles and there is two angles on the side. So I'll go to column beam seat angle, and I need to select using control the same beam and the same column. Press enter. This is what happens. Now this is a little weird and we can do some changes here. Okay, first of all, I need this cleat, side cleat, the web cleat on at the center, and I want it on both sides. Second, I want everything to be bolted. As an architect, I think we just prefer welding. I don't want any of the bolts, and plus I don't want this top thing. So let's get into editing this. So this right click, edit type, not right click, just click on the connection, edit type, and it'll open the same dialog box. Modify parameters, edit. I can go here uh, once it's loaded to kind of see that what I want is visible or not. Makes sense. Kind of keep seeing what you're doing. Okay. So I want everything welded. This also welded. Everything is welded. Great. The top fixing, I don't need anything. So none. There's no top fixing. So most of our job is done. The side fixing, I need both sides. Pretty literal. So you can hold shift and pan to see that this is on both sides. It's kind of going a little outside, and we can make it a little smaller. So it's equal angles, but I don't need this big. I'll click on this tiny arrow and make it, let's say, 50 by 50. So RSA is basically these angles. Make it 50 by 50. This works. I also need the gap from the top, which comes under this dimension. I can have it bigger. This is fine. Side fixing, distance from top, 100 mm. Little more, let's say 200, considering our beam is 500 deep, and that's all. I have a nice connection. Okay, that's that. I can probably have two a little bigger. I can have, let's say, 150. So it's a little bigger. The bottom seat can be longer, uh, which means I can, dimensions of these are also okay. Length, bolt, edge, total can be, let's just say 100. It becomes bigger, the bottom one, and I think it's good to go. This connection is done. Okay, so we'll click OK, and that's all. Click OK again, and we have a nice connection here. Now for this, can I just go to connections again, have my beam seat angle, and select this and select this, control, click enter. Nice, done. That wasn't difficult. And so we have the simplest beam column connection, right? Just remember, for this one you need to go steel and cut by so that it kind of cuts. This is kind of fine. Okay,